Since the season has started, Coach Prime's Colorado football team has pulled off a series of legendary moves that have Colorado fans amazed. There is a ton of optimism, and it's pouring out of Boulder, Colorado right now, and that positivity is spreading like a wildfire across the nation. Not only do these things have Colorado fans excited, they have Coach Prime's biggest critics losing their minds. The haters have been crawling out of the woodwork like roaches when the lights turn off, and they've been saying crazy things to try and slow down Coach Prime's momentum. But regardless, the good news keeps coming for Colorado and Coach Prime. So grab your popcorn, because next we're diving into the 5 incredible things that Coach Prime and Colorado football has already accomplished. Make sure to stick around until the end, because we're going to cover the secret plan Coach Prime has for Jason Whitlock. So the first thing today is that Colorado has announced that they have sold out their 5th football game. Shout out to the Buffs Zone. They put out great content, and their article is linked in the description. It says, on Thursday, Colorado announced that the November 4th homecoming game against Oregon State at Folsom Field has been sold out. And as fans continue to flock to see the 18th ranked Buffs led by first-year head coach Deion Sanders, 5 of the games at Folsom Field this season have already been announced as sellouts, matching the single-season record, which was set in 1993. There are a limited number of tickets left for that 6th game, November 11th, against Arizona. That's going to sell out too, no doubt about it. So we already heard about the crazy price of tickets these first few games of the year, but the demand is not slowing down. In fact, if you've got a chance to get tickets right now, you probably should take it, because the prices are going to keep going up and up and up and up. When your team is breaking records from 30 years ago, it is a good sign you are on your way to having a special season. We've heard some crazy stories about fans traveling from several states away and flying in just to get a chance to see the Buffs. Let us know if you're one of those people. The next thing on our list for today is to ask a quick favor. If you are a Buff fan, if you're a Coach Prime fan, and you enjoy our content at all, please take a quick moment and hit that subscribe button for us. As always, we love and appreciate you guys tuning in so much. The next thing on our list today is Coach Prime, and it's him coming out and shooting down the NFL. We've talked about this, but Coach Prime was on the Rich Eisen show recently, and when he was asked about coaching in the NFL, he said the following: I would never do that. I love college. I love the young men that are still impressionable. They're not so financially wealthy that they can't hear you. At the next level, some of these guys make so much money that they can't hear. They can't hear, or they can't see the things that they need to see and hear. I would have a hard time motivating a man that makes upwards of 20 and 30 and sometimes $40 million to go out and do his job. I got a problem with that. Look, we told you, if you watched earlier this week, you already know that Coach Prime would never consider the NFL. We also told you that people that throwing this out in the media were just trying to get clicks. We're going to give Michael Irvin a pass because he's been a supporter of the program and Coach Prime, and he has his back, but he wasn't the only one repeating this, and he himself knew it wasn't true. And now you've heard it from Coach Prime himself from his own mouth. The next thing on our list today is the New York Jets NFL QB Aaron Rodgers coming to Deion Sanders' defense. In a recent interview on the Pat McAfee show, Rodgers said they must be doing something right. If there's a lot of crows pecking and people blank talking, you must be doing something right. They shut up the team that was in the national championship in week 1, and then somebody said something in week 2, right? Well, they shut them up as well. So let's break this down. Aaron Rodgers recently suffered a season-ending injury and is out for the season, but that's not stopping him from showing more love to Coach Prime. It's not every day that you have an NFL MVP, Super Bowl winning quarterback riding to your defense. During the interview, Rodgers went on to predict that Week 3 Colorado would continue to shut up their opponents with a win over Colorado State. The next thing on our list today, and we've talked about this, is TV ratings. And we covered this, again, in detail earlier in the week, so we're going to run through it very quickly. But the Colorado-Nebraska noon game got 8.73 million viewers, and that's not even counting streamers. This was the 4th most streamed football game in Fox Sports history. But what's even more impressive is that it beat out the Alabama-Texas game, which had the best TV slot. When you're beating out the best matchup in the SEC between Alabama and Texas, the SEC, which has won something like 17 of the last 20 national championships, when you're taking down the best matchup that the SEC has to offer, you're doing some amazing things. And as promised, we saved the best for last. Let's break down the secret plan that Coach Prime has for Jason Whitlock. For those of you who don't know, over the past few weeks, Jason Whitlock has said some insanely negative things about Coach Prime. And we're not going to spend a lot of time covering all the crazy things Mr. Whitlock has said recently because we just don't feel like amplifying his negative message. And we're not going to put that out into the world. But we will summarize for those who haven't heard. He's basically suggested that Deion Sanders' arrogance is masking some underlying insecurities, and he's also saying that true sustainable success is rooted in humility rather than swagger. Well, haters are going to hate, and Jason Whitlock is just saying some crazy things, trying to steal some attention away from Coach Prime to better his own career. And for those of you who don't know, Deion Sanders' secret plan for Jason Whitlock is silence. Coach Prime knows that the best thing he could do for Jason Whitlock's career is to speak his name. Coach Prime knows that if he speaks this man's name, he gets 1,000,000 times more attention. And Jason Whitlock knows that a public fight with Deion Sanders would be very profitable for his media ventures. So, which is why his plan has been mostly just to ignore Whitlock and to deprive him of the press that he so desperately desires. So, Colorado fans, remember, silence is golden. Don't click the hate. Don't click the negativity. Share the light, share the love, and sit back and enjoy while Coach Prime puts on this masterclass. Because Coach Prime is playing chess while Jason Whitlock is just playing checkers. Coach Prime doesn't need to engage with folks. Coach Prime doesn't need to snap back. Coach Prime doesn't need to clap back, as they say these days. His silence is everything. When the comments from Coach Norvell came out this week at Colorado State, what did Coach Prime say back? I got a lot of respect for that individual. I got a lot of respect for that guy. I haven't met him, but I can't wait to coach against him. It's going to be a fun game. Didn't say anything negative. Didn't say my mom raised me this way or whatever. Coach Prime was authentic. Coach Prime was genuine. Coach Prime wasn't worried about, oh, this guy said this or that. No, respect. I treat you with respect. When I played Pee Wee football, my coach used to say, we don't talk. You guys don't talk to the other team ever. You never say a word. You talk to them in two ways, with a scoreboard and your shoulder pads, hitting them and beating them. And that's, I believe, the same mindset that Coach Prime has. We don't do a lot of talking on the field. We don't have to do a lot of talking in press conferences. We let our opponents see what's up when we're out there on the field. Appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in. Again, we've enjoyed this ride with you guys. We've enjoyed the love. We've enjoyed the support. Let's go out and get Colorado State tonight, and we'll be live at some point during the game or after the game tonight, after the Buffs go get that big win to get to 3-0. Thank you guys, as always, for watching the prime time for college football.